I now give the floor to Hungary.
Mr. Chair, distinguished delegates, fellow youth delegates, I'm honored to represent the young people of my country as the Youth Delegate of Hungary to the United Nations. Fulfilling my role as a youth delegate to build bridges between young people and the United Nations, I toured around the country over the past couple of months to promote the values and work of the UN through presentations, interactive workshops, and simulations. Besides helping fellow young Hungarians realize their potential to contribute to the UN's Agenda 2030, the aim of these visits was to consult with young people about the topics that are important to them and get to know the challenges they face in their lives. Meeting hundreds of young Hungarians from diverse backgrounds have proved me that young people indeed have a tremendous potential to catalyze positive change for a brighter future. However, potential in itself cannot change the world. In order to fulfill the potential that lies in them, young people have to be empowered and given the opportunity to show the world and themselves what they can achieve. Quality education, labor market inclusion, and participatory decision-making are key tools for giving all young people a chance to flourish as agents of change, and I would like to encourage all member states to strive for progress in these areas. Distinguished delegates, investing in youth is an important step for a better world, and we must not leave any young person behind. Having talked to young persons with disabilities, I know that access to secondary and higher education or finding a job after leaving the school system is often only a dream for them. These barriers do not only limit their possibility to flourish, but it also means a missed opportunity for the wider society to improve the world in which we live in. And despite notable improvements, the list of missed opportunities goes on. To mention only a few examples, as a youth delegate, I'm deeply concerned that many young girls and women in the world still face significant barriers when it comes to getting into leadership positions, and other forms of discrimination on the basis of gender, as well as ethnic, religious, or socioeconomic background still exists. Data shows that there is not a single country in the world that has fully achieved gender equality and ended discrimination in all its forms, not only on paper, but in practice as well, by granting equal rights to all human beings, regardless of their religion, ethnicity, socioeconomic background, or perceived disability. Distinguished delegates, we still have a long way to go to fulfill this aim. However, I would like to highlight that characteristics based on which people might be discriminated, such as an impairment, minority status, or age, only mean differences between us if we perceive them to be. Therefore, we have to deconstruct the barriers that hinder participation and provide all human beings with the means required for their full societal participation from the earliest age possible, in order to ensure that we have everyone on board for the achievement of Agenda 2030 for a better world. In conclusion, I would like to urge all member states to help young people fulfill the potential that lies in them. As a society, we often expect marginalized groups, women, minorities, indigenous peoples, persons with disabilities, and so on, to adapt to the majority. But this should not be like this. We have to adopt inclusive policies and follow inclusive practices as a society to leave no one behind in this process, as we need everyone for inclusive and sustainable social development. As a step towards inclusion and celebrating the first International Day of Sign Languages of last week, I would like to finish my speech in Hungarian Sign Language and highlight that. The most important value for a better world is equality and inclusion. Let us work together for a common brighter future. I thank you for your attention.
I thank Hungary.